As indie developers, we have a critical blind spot. We fall in love with our game's features, while players only care about the outcome. We spend months perfecting a complex crafting system, a unique dialogue tree, or a novel physics mechanic. We believe these features are what make our game special. But here is the hard truth. Players don't buy features. They buy feelings. They buy outcomes. They buy the feeling of being a brilliant detective, the satisfaction of building a perfect factory, the thrill of a narrow escape. The blind spot is the gap between the feature we build and the outcome the player actually experiences. Closing this gap is the single most important job of an indie developer. This video gives you 3 practical methods to do exactly that. Here are 3 concrete methods to shift your focus from features to outcomes. Method 1. The outcome statement. Before you write a single line of code for a new feature, you must define the player outcome in one clear sentence. Not, "I'm building a dynamic weather system." Instead, the player will have to adapt their strategy on the fly, making them feel like a resourceful survivor. Not, "My game has a non-linear branching narrative." Instead, the player will feel the weight of their choices, knowing every decision has irreversible consequences. This statement forces you to justify every feature in terms of player experience. If you cannot define the outcome, the feature is wasted effort. Method 2. The core verb prototype. Don't build prototypes of your game. Build prototypes of its core verb. What is the single most important action the player takes? Jumping? Exploring? Persuading? Isolate that one verb and build a tiny, focused prototype around it. Spend a week making that single action feel incredible. Does the jump feel responsive? Does exploring feel rewarding? Does persuading feel tense? A game with one perfect verb is infinitely better than a game with 100 mediocre features. Nail the core action, and you've won half the battle. Method 3. The echo question. When someone playtests your game, the most important moment is when they stop playing. At that exact moment, ask them one question. What is the one thing you are most likely to tell a friend about this game? The answer to this question is your game's true identity. It's not what you think is cool, it's what is actually memorable. If they talk about the outcome you designed, "I felt so smart when I solved that puzzle," you are on the right track. If they talk about a random feature, or worse, can't think of anything, you have a critical design problem. This question is your most honest and brutal feedback mechanism. So, stop selling your features. Start delivering outcomes. Apply these 3 methods and you will close the gap between the game you think you're making and the game your players will actually remember.